And welcome back to Paddling Pool 223. We are now ready with round 3, the final round of groups. And we're going to see Triple SD versus Angle Shooter Society. Bio, if they don't have at least one angle shooter, we have to contact the TOs and tell them to move them out of the tournament for false advertising.
If I don't see at least one angle shooter, I will leave the casting VC. I am not. No. Okay, but in all seriousness, I am actually very curious to see if they will live up to their name. Yeah, and honestly, I was saying this before. If they do bring out an angle shooter weapon, I'm very curious to see if it'll be Rapid Blaster Pro Deco. It's definitely been seeing a lot of use since its release, as people have tried testing it out. It received a lot of lukewarm reception when the kit was first released. But once people actually got to test it out and actually play with it, and they realized how angle shooter and plus whale is really strong for the main weapon, they started seeing some potential in it. And we've seen a lot of different teams tried out with a lot of different compositions. So I'm curious to see if Angle Shooter Society will choose to go that route and try to bring this up and coming weapon into the limelight.
Yep, and we're about to know real fast if promises are kept.
Luckily, I am not a man of my word, so I will not actually leave the casting VC, friends. But as the meme goes, my disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined.
Yep, same.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
at least they have a good comp.
Yes, at least they have they have my main weapon. At least they have a Tetra Julie, but no angle shooter is just devastating. And regardless, actually, Triple SD is doing a great job of pushing in here with a 96 composition. That weapon has not been seeing that much use yet, as as Kraken has kind of died off a little bit. But so it is refreshing to see a team bring it back in here, and especially on a map that favors it as much, such as Manta and especially Clan Blitz. So that may definitely be why they chose it, but it's actually working out quite well. They does die to a bomb on the wall, very unfortunate, but it does manage to get 2 picks on Angle Shooter Society before going down, opening up a lot of space for Triple SD to move into mid and challenge Angle Shooter Society's hold in the middle of the map, and we're seeing that pay off really well. There are no members of Angle Shooter Society in mid right now. Triple SD have 3 specials online, a lot of clams too. They just need to make a ball for that special advantage, in my opinion. But aside from that, they're setting themselves up for a great push. The inkjet comes out from the ballpoint, picks the other ballpoint. A ball is made, but the 10 attack splatter shot sees the ball and manages to get the pick. It does get threatened by the Kraken, but 2 down on the side of Triple SD is going to be devastating. Sky with the 96 of that Kraken trying to make something happen, but not quite, and that is going to be a delayed wipeout for Triple SD. And Angle Shooter Society is going to start moving in here once again to try and recover from this attempted push.
Yeah, and they can get back into mid, but without the angle shooters, they don't know where Triple SD is, and they get ambushed, and this is what happens when you didn't bring angle shooter.
No, guys, no, guys, no, I promise. Angle shooter is super strong to have in a competition. It gives you that strong
so
poking
good.
power.
Just let me know.
But and yeah, we're actually no, guys, no. This is what I'm saying, right? They don't have angle shooter. That's why they're losing, right? That's why they're losing these team fights, and we're just seeing that clear as day. You see that 10 attack. If they had an angle shooter, they could have lived that tri-strike. I mean, come on, it's obvious, guys. Come on.
Yeah, and Triple SD, they have a board already. They have a lot of clans between them. And they are just looking for that one opportunity to get in, for that way in, but they... Like, that's the power of bombs. It's harder to get in when there are bombs flying.
Yeah, and Triple SD with their 2 power claims are struggling to find a way in, especially as 2 go down to the Zuka from Angle Shooter Society. 3 down, it's only the ballpoint alive, and Angle Shooter Society look for a way in, and they get the last member. That's a delayed wipeout for Triple SD. That's going to be devastating for them. They have no special to come back from, but the ball point on the side of Angle Shooter Society gets picked. They are going to get the ball in, finally starting to get the ball rolling, but it's kind of devastating. They don't really have that much firepower and that many members up to continue the push, and that's only going to be one power climb in, the worst possible push you can make, since it gives the other team a free power climb, and we're actually seeing Triple SD take advantage of that as they move into mid in a dominant fashion, getting pick after pick after pick and pushing Angle Shooter Society out of the middle of the map and setting themselves up for a push with these specials.
Ooh. And Triple SD, they've been there before. They can't get to the basket, Bio. It doesn't matter if the lead is just the slimmest possible ever and they give the ball away. Triple SD doesn't manage to reach the basket. They can't score any point right now. There's just 45 seconds left. Triple SD, they need something big. They need their special to do things for them, and that's another pick on another ball. Triple SD, they get the advantage all the time, but they struggle to turn that advantage into points. And right now, Angle Shooter Society, without any Angle Shooter, they're getting it.
Yeah, this Splash Shot player is definitely the MVP right now. They're getting such consistent value out of their Trizukas, getting at least 1 or 2 picks every time. And of course, with the main weapon also doing a great job of punishing a lot of overaggressions from Triple SD, and with overtime just setting in, Triple SD need to make something happen here, but they can if they lose their bucket player, if they lose their 96 player, and their Splattershot player is stuck in mid without a way out. Now that being said, 2 do go down on the side of Angle Shooter Society. Triple SD need to make it past, but the 10x Splattershot get all the picks they need, and that is going to be game 1 going to Angle Shooter Society.
It's like Triple SD had everything going their way until they had a super clam, and then everything was going wrong. It's as if like having the super clam on your opponent and knowing where your opponent is like really big and help you in a fight. I wonder if there was a sub that helped you like know where your opponent is. But like maybe Angle Shooter Society should run that. And that would help them win the games even more easily, but hey, they didn't need to.
Yeah, but regardless, no offense, but their Angle Shooter Society is still not the winners in my heart. They didn't win with Angle Shooter, so
Yeah.
In my mind, they did not win. This doesn't count. That doesn't count. But regardless, we're going to be moving into game 2 here. Splat Zones on Inkblot Art Academy. This is going to be the chance for Angle Shooter Society to okay, how can I make a pun? To mark a straight line to victory in this set. I'm terribly sorry about that, viewers. I tried, but regardless, the meaning still does hold true. This is match point for Angle Shooter Society, so it's definitely gonna be the pressure's gonna be on for Triple SD to make something happen here and get themselves back on the board with the comeback of bringing the set back and moving on possibly to top cut.
Yeah, and Triple SD so far, they are undefeated in the group. They are looking to get out as first seed, but it's like Angle Shooter Society is a thorn on their side right now and really forcing them to think things through. And maybe it was just Clam Blitz. Again, they had very good control of mid and they could do things well. It's just like the clams were not going their way, and we can expect them to probably bounce back on zones.
Yeah, fully. But I'm very interested because we saw Angle Shooter Society do a pretty good job of holding one certain area, of holding the middle of the map after they got that lead. But actually, never mind. We're seeing Angle Shooter Society still not coming out with an angle shooter, unfortunately. But they do come out with some very interesting picks. They ditched the ballpoint in favor of the new splatter shot Splattershot Nova, Anaki Splattershot Nova, sorry about that, for the Inkjet and the custom Jet Squelcher. You don't see that weapon a lot, while Triple SD move on with a Charger. ZF Charger, that's definitely very interesting. You don't see that too much, especially in the current meta against Ballpoint. But it does seem to kind of be working out. They haven't lost any members. Okay, well, scratch that. They just lost they just lost 2 members, but it is evened out, and this crab tank is going to put a lot of pressure onto Anglo-Shooter Society. Triple SD trying to hold on with their specials, and it may just give them a chance, as one of the members on Anglo-Shooter Society is isolated on the far right side. 2 on the far right side now. That's going to put them out of the action for quite a little bit. But regardless, they actually, no, never mind. That split their attention. That was a really bad split of attention, and Triple SD could not focus the zone. Anglo Shooter Society sneaking in from the left side and getting a lot of control on the middle of the map.
Yeah, Triple SD, they are eating right now. They are getting the wins. They are getting everything, and Anglo Shooter Society really getting the misdirection. We know they're liars, so that's not surprising.
Yeah, no, we apologize for that. We are still very, very salty about the lack of angle shooter, but you know, happens. Triple SD, but Triple SD are starting to avenge us, getting a lot of points on the board and putting Anglo Shooter Society on the back foot. But regardless, 2 go down to the side of Triple SD. Anglo Shooter Society moving in very quickly. Triple SD trying to hold on with those tri-strikes, but it's not going to be enough. They do have the crab tank to move in, but they're going to opt to hold on to it, especially as their slosher goes down and this crab tank is getting pressured so hard. And even though the Tetra do go down the side of Anglo Shooter Society, now Triple SD lost their crab tank, and they do have the Zuka and they have the tri-strike, but it's still not ideal, especially as it's a 3v3 right now. That is only going to benefit Anglo Shooter Society. And just like that, Anglo Shooter Society take back the lead. Triple SD, no specials online to move back in. They're still waiting on the slosher to come back and regroup to push forward. But regardless, 2 down on the side of Triple SD, Anglo Shooter 3 down. Anglo Shooter Society not letting Triple SD do anything. And as they move into the mid-20s, this is looking dangerous for Triple SD.
Yeah, and right now Triple SD, they have one last push just to stay alive in that round. They need to get in right now, and that Tripling Strike is going to get it. They are not KO, and they get 3 down on Angle Shooter Society. Triple SD have the opportunity to get right in, get that aggressivity, and they are now in control of Angle Shooter's platform. They have the opportunity to attack, to get rid of that penalty and score some points. This is not over.
Ooh, and that Trizuka doing a great job. Triple SD did lose their slosher player, but that Trizuka on the side from their splatter shot just evened it out. And actually staying alive due to Splattershot Nova's pitiful time to splat, but you know, what can you do? And now the tables are turned. 8 remaining on the side of Triple SD, 2 on the side of Anglo Shooter Society. They can definitely bring this back. They get the lead, and they just have to paint right now, and that is going to actually be game 2 going to Triple SD, putting them back on the board 1-1 against Anglo Shooter Society and threatening taking back the set.
Angle Shooter Society can be shaking right now because Triple SD is back in the game. They had it. They were so close to getting that W, but Triple SD is back in there. We are 1-1, and Angle Shooter Society has one last chance to show us at least one.
Honestly, I insist. They have to bring out that is a secret one. They need to switch up on them, and I think but we haven't seen it. So maybe just maybe Triple SD is not ready for it. So hopefully on Flounder Heights we will see an angle shooter for the first time in this set. Hopefully.
Oh yeah, hopefully. On Flounder, that's going to happen.
Maybe a man can dream. Maybe we'll see them bring out a Slosher Deco. Maybe with that Zipcaster. Oh, I really want to see an angle shooter, folks. I really want to see one here, and especially with they're forsaking their namesake. That's just it's so sad. Why are you going to name yourself Angle Shooter Society and not bring out an angle shooter? Man,
yeah, I wonder why.
But regardless, like I said, we're going to be moving on to game 3. Match point for both teams on Tower Control Flounder Heights. The stakes are high for these two teams as they're battling for this last set in groups. Now, based on what we've seen these two teams bring out, notably the lack of angle shooter on the side of Angle Shooter Society, what do you think we're going to be seeing here, Pat?
I mean, we've seen a variety of things, and I think like both teams kind of have like the same play style of aggressivity, control, and trying to keep things going their way. And we see a Stamper on the side of Angle Shooter Society. Meanwhile, Triple SD doesn't look like they're changing much. They got rid of the Charger, which we could expect in favor of the Ballpoint, and the 52 is going to come too. So like, changing weapons, not much change in terms of like playing philosophy. And these teams like just keeping the same plan just for different maps, getting what's going best for them.
Yeah, and this 52 trying to take a fight on the bottom right side. They are not going to quite win it, and actually the Neo Splash on the side of Triple SD does go down. Angle Shooter playing this backline list composition very well, but regardless, that's 3 down on the side of Triple SD. That is a huge kill streak coming out from the 52, doing a great job of punishing Angle Shooter Society's incredibly aggressive composition with the Stamper, with the Tetra, with the Slosher, and we're seeing Triple SD move forward with such determination. They are thirsty for this set win. The Zipcaster coming out, gets a pick on the Ballpoint. Tries to get a pick on the 52, not quite going to make it, but that is going to push back Triple SD quite a ways away. And Triple SD are going to try to bring it back here with that Whale. Does get a pick on the Stamper and pressure the bottom 2 quick respawn weapons, but it's not enough, and they just turn around and get a pick on the Splash-O-Matic. And just like that, Triple SD are once again struggling to move the tower forward, but just as I say that, they move it all the way almost to the last checkpoint. This Inkjet gets a pick on the Tentatek. They are still going 2 picks. The 2 down on the side of Angle Shooter Society is going to be devastating for them. Triple SD, the Splatter Shot on the tower needs to win this, and they do. They get a pick on the Stamper. They look for the pick on the Slasher. They do. This is not over yet. They just have 15 points remaining, 16, sorry. And the 52 move on the top right, but it's not quite enough. They do get picked on by the Stamper, and that is going to be almost all players down on the side of Triple SD, with Angle Shooter Society trying to move back in here.
Yeah, and that like dance on the tower really allowed Triple SD to just respawn and continue the push. It's not over. Triple SD is constantly at it, constantly on the attack. That's how you want to be able to play this map. And right now, Angle Shooter Society, there's nothing that you can do against Triple SD just running at them, getting every fight, and just keeping the tower there is so good for them. But right now, it's just the splash, and that's finally going to be the end of that huge first push for Triple SD. Triple SD, like, they had a 3 minutes push. They got 3 checkpoints out of it. And right now, Angle Shooter Society, they have so much to do. So much to manage to get before they can be back into this game free.
Yeah, Triple SD just had such a great push, and this Tetra struggling to get a pick on the Ballpoint. It's not going to happen. Wipeout on the side of Angle Shooter Society. Triple SD very comfortable just keeping this tower in an advantageous position for them on that high ground, and just holding their special. They see the flank on the left side. It's going to be shut down pretty quickly. They're not going to let it happen, and the Slosher on the side of Angle Shooter Society goes down. Triple SD still have the Tri-Strike. And they're just doing a great job of holding the tower on this right side. It's only the Slosher defending in front of the tower, but regardless, the Tetra Dually is going to get a pick, and and try to open up some space for Angle Shooter Society to move in here, but it's still only a minute 15 left. It is a little bit of time, but Angle Shooter Society are struggling to even just get into mid as they just get punished. That's like, once again, 3 down on Angle Shooter Society. Triple SD having no problem at all cleaning up these team fights and keeping Angle Shooter Society on the back foot again and again and again.
Yeah, and Triple SD is back on the attack, but Tri-Strike is going to just enable them to be there and maintain that threat. Bucket is going to just get the trade, and that trade is in favor of Triple SD. Triple SD 3 versus 2. Oh, no longer right now, but Para is back on the tower, ready to dance some more and get 3 extra points, because why not? We have 30 seconds left in Angle Shooter Society. They haven't made first checkpoint.
This is incredibly difficult, but regardless, the 52 goes down, the splash goes down. Actually, we're seeing a second win come out from Angle Shooter Society, and actually the rest of Triple SD are forced to jump out, play safe in these last 10 seconds. They do lose the Zipcaster. Angle Shooter Society don't have that. They only have 2 specials, and one of them is almost, well, you know, useless. But actually, overtime, kicking in here, the Stamper goes down on the side of Angle Shooter Society. That's not what you want to see. The Tetra also goes down, 3 down. It is only the 10 attack splatter shot. All these specials coming out from Triple SD is going to most likely seal the deal. It's only the 10 attack splatter shot, and that is going to be Game 3 and the set going to Triple SD.
And adaptability, like really being able to understand your opponent, and even if your opponent beats you game 1, you come back during game 2, and then in game 3 you understand what you need to do, and then you just terminate. That's how you recognize the better team, and Triple SD showed us right now what it means to adapt to your enemy, come back and win.
Like you said, it's just Triple SD did a great job of analyzing what they did wrong in the first match, because even the first match, these 2 teams were incredibly evenly matched, right? It was only one power climb that decided the game. So really all that Triple SD had to do was just look at the mistakes that they made that match, and with just that slight advantage of knowing what you did wrong and adapting, even just a little bit, when these 2 teams are that evenly matched, that slight advantage is going to give them is going to be very beneficial for them in the subsequent games, which is what we saw. And we saw them bring it back in the next 2 games, eventually taking the set and breaking, if I'm not mistaken, breaking Angle Shooter Society's perfect run of groups.
No. Confirming Triple SD's perfect run of groups.
Okay. I thought Angle Shooter Society had gone had gone perfect in groups, but okay. Triple SD has won every match in groups. Okay, slight misstep there, folks.
Speaking of run in groups, this is the end of groups, so we're going to take a bit of a longer break because we need to wait for every group to be over and the seeding of the top bracket. So don't go anywhere, we will be right back in about 5 to 10 minutes.